Hello, you! It's our report! Yay!
Alright, we had an idea, but it's not gonna work. No, it's alright. Nick, get out of my eyes. Kept safe. Alright, do we want to start asking questions? Let's start asking questions. So you guys can, does anyone have any questions? Yeah, why don't you, I think there's a microphone right up here. So just, why don't you guys orderly and formal?
So, yeah, first say your name, and then say who you'd ask the question to, and then ask the question.
I just got a text from Joe Walker. He's in China. I'm serious. He's in China right now with his brother. And he says, send my greeting from Beijing.
He also wants me to pick him up at the airport tomorrow at 8.
Hi, my name is Sarah. And my Twitter kind of steady group, that's her story. I have a question for Nick. I've seen the clip from The Hobbit you have on the account, and I saw Starship, and I was wondering, when did your love affair with puppets begin?
Oh, good question. Well, began when I was a child. I just really always liked the Muppets. I think that they're really...
Anyone ever heard of Muppets here?
And so, when we were doing Lord of the Rings, which The Hobbit 2, Lord of the Rings, because I directed a version of The Hobbit in college, and Jim played Gandalf. And then we did Lord of the Rings, that several of us were in, and we were like, we need to do something special for Gollum. He needs to be something cool. I was like, what if he's a puppet? So I made a puppet of Gollum, and I really liked doing it. And then I said, puppets should be in everything. Good. And in this past show, everyone had to do a puppet. We made everyone do it. So, there you go.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
I'm Gina. I have a question for all of you. Hopefully, all of you. And there is a correct answer. What are you most excited about for this summer?
Oh,
I know.
Shall we just go down the line? Yeah. All right, I know what you want us to say.
Swimming.
What am I most excited for this? I don't get excited about things.
That's the correct answer. All right, Jim.
Picnics.
Lopez.
Kula?
Julia.
I'm excited for patios, cool summer drinks.
All right.
I'll just say it. I'm really excited to go to LeakyCon. Yeah, I'm really excited because it's going to be fun. Because we did it last year. We all had a grand time. So, yeah, that's sort of most...
Sorry, my friends run the website and stuff, and are planning it, so I...
Oh, really? Cool. Hey,
Was
maybe you
that the
should
correct
tell
answer?
us what's going to be cool about LeakyCon.
Yeah.
Please do.
Can you give us any cool, exclusive details? Put her on the spot. No, that's okay.
I can't tell you.
Oh,
Really?
all right. Oh, okay.
Legit, yeah.
So you show me your shoe. Okay, that's all right. All right, Del, what's your answer?
What am I excited for? Go to the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
I forgot about LeakyCon. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we're all excited about LeakyCon. We're just being smart.
I very recently had to back out. I can't go this summer, which I'm really bummed about. But
He's trying to be a real actor.
I will be here this summer doing a show at the Chicago Shakespeare Theater. I plug that. You guys can come see it. It runs for 7 weeks from July to September.
Yeah.
It's a new Tim Burton-esque is how they're marketing it. Adaptation of Pinocchio. So, it's pretty rad. I play the kid that gets turned into the donkey at the end. You guys remember that guy? In the Disney movie, he has the cigar and he goes, hey.
Oh, so you're the ass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, because I voted question.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you. That's fine. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Alice.
I'm Alice.
Alice?
Wait, Alice? Oh, what did you? I just said Alice. That's not Alice.
It rhymes with Alice.
Oh, God.
I have a question, but I also have something to give you. You don't have to look at it now, but I'll give it to you.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Oh, sure.
Put it right there.
It's okay, or Brian could just get it.
No,
Oh, it's
it's hard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so my question, I guess, would be for Brian. When you write the shows, since Darren embraces the music, how do you, like, what do you do about the songs when you're writing it? Because they fit. It doesn't seem like you just chuck them in.
Oh. Well, what do we do about the songs?
What do we do?
We ask for them, and we ask for them, and then a week before the show we get them.
Yeah.
Well, while we're writing, we talk to AJ or Darren, and we say, I think this would be a good idea for a song, and they say, oh, I don't know about Darren. and Darren's favorite thing to say is, dude, I don't think this even needs to be sung. No, but it's a collaboration sort of thing. So it's a back and forth to where he will write us. He will say, "Can you write the song?" And we'll write the scene with a hole in it so that the song could go in there. And sometimes we'll write temp songs, like in the first Harry Potter show. Me and Brian wrote a temp going back to Hogwarts, and
Now that's on my computer.
that's how
No.
it's really bad, but it would be interesting to see.
The better one is
how much
the temp song of I Wanna Be.
Yeah.
They used to go,
Oh, yeah.
all of my life, I've been coming here.
Oh, yeah.
It's been so fun. Yeah. Because, when you first had the idea, the song was just going to be I Want to Be a Starship Ranger. And
Yeah.
I didn't want to call them Starship. Or I mean Starship Trooper.
Yeah.
I didn't want to call them Starship
Starship
Troopers.
Troopers out there. I bought it.
You bought Starship Troopers?
Cool.
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 It's really good.
That's we wrote that. For this show, there's a song called "Kick It Up a Notch," and I wrote 3 pages of lyrics. I wrote 3 pages of temp lyrics that I sent to Darren, and he used 2 of the lyrics. So there you go. I wrote a temp ending song that didn't ever get finished.
Wait, what were the lyrics you wrote?
I wrote, it's probably in my email.
I wrote "Kick It Up a Notch."
No, what were the ones that actually got
Yeah, what were the ones that made it?
Something about a door and settling the score. Got
An opportunity opens the door. Closes the door.
Yeah, you let him in and you settle the score. And then some other ones. I don't remember exactly. But
Okay.
basically, the really good lines I came up with.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. You can move. You can touch that. You can move it down. A lot of you seem to be on your tiptoes.
Taylor, and I'm wondering if you guys are ever going to do another run of a Harry Potter musical, like that we could come see it, because I'm pretty sure everyone in this room would go see it. Am I right?
Oh, do you want to answer this?
No, you can answer.
Oh. We're both just going to make something else. about doing this before, but there are a few problems with it where it's like we can't charge for tickets, and Darren's on Glee now, and there are a few other tough things about it. You know, we've talked about just replacing Darren with like
Rasanga.
Yeah, or like bringing in celebrities to do it, like Zac Efron. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you know, it's like something we've definitely thought about doing. One thing we've thought about doing as well, we're not sure exactly how it would work, but maybe some sort of cabaret-style performances. So like you don't have a huge cost to doing it, but we still get to do it, essentially. So we thought about it, and we try and figure out things like that all the time. But the cool thing now is that now that we're sort of located in Chicago, we have more people who are working on the company all the time, like basically everyone here. So we can do more things, is how we feel.
If we did a cabaret, would you guys come?
Good.
And then kind of a follow-up question is it like possible for high schools or other colleges to put on a Harry Potter musical?
Well, anything's possible, but we don't currently, the position we made up basically when the shows went out on YouTube was that we didn't want people to do it because we were really worried about getting into trouble. Because of the copyright thing, it's like impossible for us to monitor it, and we can't really publish it because it's not ours. And so there were a ton of complications like that. So we decided that we were just sort of weren't going to say that people could do it. So we can't give you permission to do the show.
Sorry. Thank you for your question.
Hi, I'm Allegra. And this
Like
is
the medicine.
But this is just what she said. If you wanted to do a cabaret thing, my dad has a venue that you could definitely use.
Your phone number.
So I will talk to you about that. That's amazing. All right, and my question is for Joey. When are you going to do the My Shiny Teeth in Me cover?
This just in from Darren.
Good, yes.
Tell her read it like Darren. Tell him I say hi, and I wish I was there, but I'm in Boston at my cousin's wedding.
Darren has some cousins. Well, okay.
Probably doing a bat mitzvah.
I had an ideal plan in my head where I was going to do it on the side during Starship. The only problem is, like Brian said, there was no time to do anything. Julia, go on Twitter, okay? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Last summer, when I was in jury duty, I miraculously, it was awful. But there's this thing where everyone believes I look like the Chip Skylark from the Apparently Not Parents, and he sings the song, which is a great song, which is sung by Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC. So I had this. I have so many ideas. I just don't have the means to do it or the time to do it. I wanted to have Joe be one of the teeth because Joe's so strong. That's really my only idea. Just have Joe be a strong tooth and maybe bench pressing me. That's just the image I just keep getting in my head. I don't think about Joe bench pressing me a whole lot. That's when I think of my shiny teeth. I just think of Joe going. Maybe it'll be something. Keep delaying. I feel like, oh my god.
Hey,
I'm so sorry.
Let's
Because we've only got 15
we've got about 15 minutes.
Yes, but let's say, hypothetically speaking, that I'll get it done by the end of the summer.
Keep that promise.
All right. So yeah, we'll just keep our answers shorter so we can try and answer everyone's questions.
I'll try.
Hi, my name's Marion. Shut up! that
He
it's
says
not
it
here, because obviously that they wanted to stole it from Potter Puppet Pals.
No.
Oh, you did it!
No, because there's the Potter Puppet Pals where Harry Potter's going through saying, I'm Harry Potter, school is for losers, I'm totally awesome.
No, that's just sort of part of Darren's, everyday speech, where Darren is sort of like a surfer guy. We're just, totally awesome. So Darren just did the thing that came most natural today. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John.
Hey, John.
Are you guys watching the NCAA tournament? So Michigan beat Duke.
Oh.
Michigan beat Duke.
Will they beat Duke?
Well, they have a good shot. I'd like to say they will.
Cool. Thanks, John.
This question is for Jim. How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Whoa. Nice.
How did you think of the idea for, red vines?
It wasn't really our idea. It's actually, we got an email one day where this guy said, hey, my daughter really likes your show and I have red vines. Would you, it's like he works for Red Vines and he
He's
said,
like, hey, it'd be fun if for the next show I'll send you guys like a crate of red vines.
You guys have
a
so
box
much-
of red vines.
you have so much food. Joey's always eating in your place. I'll send you guys some red vines. And so we were like, hope be sponsored by Red Vines. and one time it was a joke. But Jim, what was it you called the sequel play? When you said a Harry Potter sequel or House.
How we sold out and jumped the shark.
Yeah. Harry Potter sequel or House StarKid jumped the shark and sold out for a box of red vines. So that's sort of how red vines got involved in our lives. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Becky.
Hey, Becky.
My question is for Nick and Brian. For some of your other shows, you said you've written parts for specific actors, so I was wondering if you did that for Starship at all?
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
You figured out ahead of time who would be in it? Because it seemed like Jomo just came in as the last minute and stuff.
Yeah, Joe Moses, we were mostly just dealing with people who lived in Chicago, and then Joe Moses was like, I'll come be in it, and we said, all right. And so we brought him in, but the biggest one in particular was Julia, because Julia plays Percy in a Harry Potter sequel at one point, and she has that big wig on, and we were like, that is just the funniest thing that we've ever seen in our lives. And so we said, why not a whole play worth of that? And so Julia plays a character named Specs, where she wears these big, dorky glasses, and then has this giant red wig. Yeah. And so that ought to teach her a lesson. But she's actually, I think she's probably my favorite character in the finished version of the script. She does a really good job. Yeah, we're sweethearts too.
They also, the thing that you won't see is that the original script, they had me just tripping and falling in every scene. Because for whatever reason, I started out my transition here in Chicago just falling all the time. And they just thought it was the funniest thing.
It was like Julia walked into her house and she had like a water bottle or something in her hand. She walked in and literally the first thing she did when we moved to Chicago, she goes, "This is nice." Wow! and just, we're like, "This is our carpet."
And then it started going like, this is nice. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is actually an accent, my normal voice. And what?
Yeah, but Tootsie Noodles wasn't written for me.
No, we wrote Tootsie for Darren, but he couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
That's not
No, Dylan's nickname for a long time was Tootsie Noodles.
And then we just said, why even create another character?
You're Harry freaking